Kalpan of the Jyoti Agarwal, professional experience more than 15 years, presently working as a consultant in yoga and naturopathy at Ayush Wellness Clinic, President Estate Rashtriya Road, since 11th of March 2020 till date. Worked as a consultant physician in yoga and naturopathy at Dr. Ram Manohar Vaid Hospital, Central Council for Research in Yoga and Naturopathy, Janakpuri, New Delhi, since 4th of June 2018 to 10th of March 2020. Worked as a yoga naturopathy physician at VMMC and Sabzam Hospital, New Delhi, to Central Council of Research in Yoga and Naturopathy, Janakpuri, New Delhi, since 1st of February 2017 to 31st of May 2018. Worked as a yoga and naturopathy physician at UCMS and Guru Tegh Bahadur Hospital, Dilshad Garden, Delhi, through Central Council for Research in Yoga and Naturopathy, Janakpuri, New Delhi, since 5th of April 2013 to 31st of January 2017. Dr. Jyoti.
On naturopathy on Holistic Health Day, and thank you Chairperson sir for introducing me. Myself, Dr. Jyoti Agarwal. I'm going to talk about naturopathy. So let us begin with nature. Naturopathy, introduction, history of naturopathy, therapeutic principles of naturopathy, strengths and limitations of naturopathy, and some research is done in naturopathy. So like every system is defined in its own way. We define naturopathy as a system of man building in harmony with constructive principles of nature on physical, mental, moral and spiritual well-beings, planes of beings. So in accordance with WHO definition, like health should be achieved on physical, mental, moral and spiritual planes of being. Constructive principles, it is in accordance with constructive principles of nature, which the principle which builds up, which improves, which repairs, which always makes for the perfect type, whose activity in nature is designated as evolutionary and constructive, which is opposed to destructive principles of nature. Naturopathy is a drugless therapy. We don't use any medicine. We use only 5 great elements: water, mud, air, colors, sunlight, to treat the patient, and diet therapy. So naturopathy believes that like every system has its own concepts. Naturopathy believes that whole body is made up of 5 great elements: earth, water, fire, air and ether. And each element represents different body organs in the body, and there are different therapies for different organs. For example, for balancing the earth element, we have massage therapy, mud therapy, manipulative therapies and magnetotherapy. To balance the water element, we have hydrotherapy. Likewise, we have many therapies to balance the 5 great elements. This concept has come from Vedic times. According to Yajur Veda, we know, there is a sutra, Yatha Pinde Tatha Brahmande, Yatha Brahmande Tatha Pinde. As is the individual, so is the universe. Whatever is there in the universe is there in the individual, and whatever is there in the individual is there in the universe. Macrocosm is present in microcosm, and microcosm is present in the universe. So the whole universe is made up of 5 great elements, and we also are made up of 5 great elements. History of naturopathy, how it started. Dr. Benedict Lust, he is considered as father of naturopathy. He was a German who brought naturopathy to US in later part of 19th century. Initially, actually naturopathy started from the Vedic times. We have seen in Vedic literatures effect of hot and cold waterfalls in different type of ailments is given in the given reference in the books. Like hot waterfalls for people used to take bath in hot waterfalls for the rheumatism, gout problems and joint disorder problems, and to relieve body pain. and cold water bath were used for relaxing the body. So it started from India actually, but later on in the Western world it was popularized, and again in India it was revived. Hippocrates, who was the father of medicine, he also considered that diseases were the product of environmental factors, diet and living habits. Diet and living habits are the most important aspects. If we see today's scenario, either diseases are due to faulty dietary habits or lack of physical activity and increased mental stress. These are the three main factors. Lifestyle disorder. Naturopathy works wonders in these problems. All communicable diseases are well treated by naturopathy. So, Hippocrates, the father of medicine, he recognized the healing power of nature. The first principle of naturopathy is the body heals itself. Only thing, we have to support our body to heal itself. There is an innate ability in the body to heal itself. Nothing is required externally, just we have to help the body to, by giving rest, by giving proper diet or relaxation or fasting therapy, body will heal itself. In Ayurveda also it is explained, Langhanam Param Aushadham, fasting is the supreme medicine, and Hippocrates wrote many books on naturopathy. One of them is Air, Water and Places, importance of air, water and places. Then history of naturopathy continued. Sebastian Neep, he was a German Catholic priest. It was before 1895. Naturopathy was not, the term was not defined. Naturopathy. Only thing, somebody called it Neep cure, or somebody called it hydrotherapy, some earth therapy, some herbal medicine. Likewise, different names were there for naturopathy. But in 1895, John Steele coined the term naturopathy, and Sebastian Neep, he was a priest, and he used to use water in different forms, water in different temperatures, in the form of ice or steam, or in the form of fermentations, or by giving packs. And he claimed that hydrotherapy, by using in different way, can have different therapeutic effects. And he was a proponent of entire system of healing, which has 5 components: hydrotherapy, phytotherapy, botanical medicine. That phytotherapy means botanical medicine, exercise, nutrition, and balance of healthy person and healthy mind. Dr. Benedict Lust, who was the pupil of Sebastian Neep in Germany, actually he spread the naturopathy concept to USA, and from there the propagation of naturopathy started. He included in naturopathy the hydrotherapy, herbal medicine, homeopathy, as well as eliminating the overeating and use of tea, coffee and alcohol. He established the American School of Naturopathy, and Henry Lindlar, Louis Pune and Arnold Whitley, they contributed a lot to the development of naturopathy, and they authored many books on naturopathy. In India, the revival and spread of naturopathy started with translation of Louis Pune book. Actually it was not new, it was Neo Science of Healing. And Dr. Shri V. Venkatachalapati Sharma translated this book in Telugu and spread it, Pune's way of treatment, to South India. Later on in North India, Shri Krishna Swarup published this book in Hindi and Urdu and spread Pune's treatment to Northern India. And one doctor from Pune, Dr. Dinshaw Mehta, in 1920 and 21, actually he was personal physician to Mahatma Gandhi ji. Mahatma Gandhi ji suffered from malaria, and Dr. Dinshaw Mehta treated him with naturopathy to cure his malaria. And even the long fast of Gandhiji were managed scientifically by Dr. Dinshaw Mehta. And he was awarded by Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji on 30th August 2019. I'll show that slide. Master Healers of Ayush. They contributed, Master Healers of Ayush contributors for the development of different 5 systems: Ayurveda, Yoga and Naturopathy, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy. and commemorative stamps were released in their names on 30th August 2019 during an award function for major contributors to yoga system. So after Dr. Dinshu Mehta, Mahatma Gandhi ji practiced naturopathy. He was also influenced by Adolphe Just's book Return to Nature, and Mahatma Gandhi ji used naturopathy on himself, his family members, friends, and the residents of the ashram. Mahatma Gandhi ji himself suffered from digestive problem when he was in South Africa, and he used cold compress on abdomen, and he was cured from abdominal problem. Gandhiji wrote many books on naturopathy like Key to Health, Nature Pure, Ram Naam, Diet and Diet Reforms, and he used to visit Dr. Dinshu Mehta's Nature Pure clinic in Pune, which was later given to the government. There were many other naturopaths like Dr. Mahavir Prasad Poddar and many more. So we'll come to the therapeutic principles of naturopathy. The first and foremost principle of naturopathy is body heals itself. Body has all the power, it has innate ability to heal itself. If we don't do anything to the body, just leave it alone, give the rest and proper breathing and nothing, then body will heal itself. So in case of in case of fracture, the orthopedic surgeon will put the bones together. He will not join the bones. The actual healing and joining of the bone will be done by the body itself. If there is a wound will get cured without applying some medicine on that. Or if there is fever, it will get cured in 2-3 days. So likewise, body has its own ability to heal. Second principle of naturopathy is the main cause of disease is innervation. Actually here innervation means lack of vital force. According to naturopathy, there is vital energy in the body which flows to each and every cell and tissues of the body, and it builds up, it maintains, it destructs the old cells. So that vital force, if it is lacking in some place of the body, then that organ is affected. The third principle is deposit of metabolic end product in the body is a disease. This is the most important principle in naturopathy, because we believe in toxic theory, foreign matter theory. Because of faulty lifestyle or lack of exercise, the excess or morbid matter gets accumulated in the body, and that causes the disease. And this is the unity of principle or unity of disease. Actually, we don't diagnose disease in different way. Naturopaths, like we can't say it is eye disease or ear disease or abdominal disease. We take the whole body and we say there is the accumulation of foreign matter. Whatever disease it may be, it is due to accumulation of foreign matter in the body or morbid matter in the body, and removal of that foreign matter is the treatment of the disease. Like by giving steam bath or mud baths or detoxifying the body. By fasting, steam bath or full immersion baths or friction baths, we can remove that foreign matter and we can get cured of it. We can get the cure of the disease. Next principle is germs do not cause the disease, but they are found in the disease condition. Means it is little bit contradictory to germ theory. What we say is our body is completely equipped with full immune power. If a germ try to enter the body, there are tears in the eyes, there are hairs in the nose, and there are some enzymes. There are some enzymes in the saliva. If they come to the skin also has some protective enzymes. If still the germ enter into the digestive tract, there is a strong HCl in the stomach that will kill the bacteria. So each and every part of the body, there are phagocytes, there are WBCs, T cells and B cells, which will kill the microorganism. So microorganism cannot attack the body until unless there is some lowering of the immunity. So according to naturopathy, germs are not the primary cause of disease. It is the lowered vitality or lowered immunity which is the primary cause of the disease, and secondary cause is germ. If germ will get the favorable condition, then only it will attack the body. Otherwise it cannot. It will be killed by the body. So one scientist, Mr. Louis Pasteur, everybody might be knowing about him. He was the propounder of germ theory, that germs cause the disease. But later on, when he was dying, he said the pathogen are nothing, but the terrain is everything. And Claude Bernard was right. Claude Bernard was contradicting his theory of germs. So at the deathbed, Louis Pasteur said that soil is, the seed is nothing, but the soil is everything. So germs will cause the disease only when there is soil, when there is foreign matter in the body. So infections are again due to, actually there is some foreign matter in the body. And next principle is acute diseases are the remedial efforts on the part of the nature, like diarrhea or fever or cough or sneezing or cold. The body is trying to get rid of the foreign matter. We should help them, but should not suppress them. That is the next principle. Sixth principle is food is the building material but does not increase the vitality. Like some tonics or some drinks are coming to increase the vitality. They will just give energy for time being, but they will not increase the vital force which is already present in the body. Fasting provides an opportunity to the body to heal itself. This is very important principle again. And recently, Mr. Yoshinori Ohsumi got a Nobel Prize for his work on autophagy. Oh, it's not there in this.
Autophagy.
Yeah, autophagy. In autophagy, what he explained, like a fasting of 12 hours, like eating at 4 o'clock in the evening, and again next day on 7 o'clock in the morning, giving a short breakfast, giving a short break to the body. At that time, vital energy will be directed towards the healing part of the, to do the healing work of the body. So this autophagy, actually autophagy is normal term, it happens every day in everybody's body. What happens, the cell will rejuvenate by itself and old cells are broken up. So if we give opportunity to the body and the vital force is directed towards the healing process, this autophagy will be faster. And in cancerous cell he proved, Dr. Yoshinori Ohsumi.
How many times you can do the fasting? How many times?
No sir, it is a regular habit, like every day we can eat at 7 o'clock in the night, and in the morning 7 o'clock only we should break the fast.
Is it daily way?
Yeah, actually हमारे शास्त्रों में भी लिखा है कि after सूर्यास्त we should not eat anything. So likewise, that only he took the concept, and religious fasting का concept भी, he took the religious fasting concept and he got a Nobel Prize for that. Next principle is exercise of physical activity maintains a balance between nutrition and drainage. That we all know that exercise is must, at least 30 minutes vigorous exercise should be there for maintaining the balance between nutrition and drainage. And external treatments, whether they are natural, allopathic, ayurvedic or homeopathy, they will just give the relief, do not cure. It is only the body which will cure the disease. Patient own will to get well, determination and faith are necessary for nature cure treatment. Of all these principles, the one is unity of disease and unity of cure, as I told already, that all the diseases barring accidental or trauma, if accident and trauma we can't do anything in that, all other diseases are due to accumulation of morbid matter in the body, and elimination is the cure of all diseases in the naturopathy. So various therapies we are using in naturopathy are fasting therapy, diet therapy, hydrotherapy, mud therapy, massage, manipulative therapies, chromotherapy means color therapy, or heliotherapy, sun therapy, magnetotherapy using different magnets, acupressure, reflexology, physiotherapy also little bit we use, acupuncture, yoga therapy and herbal medicines. Chromotherapy is color therapy, colors.
What is it?
ग्रीन कलर की बॉटल में पानी डाल के रखो तो ग्रीन इफेक्ट मिल जाएगा। रेड कलर की बॉटल में
एक कलर बाथ भी होता है, लाइक देयर इज वन chromotherapy.
लेके लगा दो।
Colored water we can drink, colored oil we can use for massage, ऐसे होता है. So strength of naturopathy, first of all it is for health promotion. You follow a good lifestyle, follow exercise regime, follow the diet regime, and proper care of the body, good sleep, good relaxation, everything is important for the health. So for health promotion, naturopathy can be effectively employed to promote healing capacity of the body, to provide and to promote health, disease prevention. Prevention is better than cure, everybody knows about it. So better not to get the disease. And then treatment of acute and chronic diseases. It is harmless. There is no side effect of naturopathy because we are using fibrate elements, home-based. Some of the spices from the kitchen, jeera water, soft water, ajwain water we can use to treat the disease. Haldi, simple and cost-effective. And along with physical health, naturopathy also provides mental health, like massages, full immersion bath give a very relaxing effect to the body. And naturopathy brings oneself close to the nature. Limitations: it is not effective in acute emergencies and trauma conditions. Conditions where surgery is the only option, then we can't do anything. Only thing, it is time consuming. Like we have to prepare everything at home. We don't prefer aloe vera juice which is preserved. We try to get it made at home because preservation is not a part of naturopathy. Preserved aloe vera juice or preserved grape juice or preserved carrot juice are not allowed in naturopathy. Everything should be prepared at home, so it is time consuming, that is the limitation. And IBD treatments are more effective than OPD because we can supervise the patient. Otherwise, dietary changes, and if somebody is having bad habits, cigarette smoking, alcohol, then they will take up. IBD facilities are not accessible to all. Some researches are done in naturopathy and shown that there are good effects of naturopathy. Naturopathy care for anxiety. It was a randomized control trial. In one company, employees with more than 6 weeks of anxiety, they were divided into 2 groups randomly. One received natural care, including diet counseling, deep breathing relaxation technique, standard multivitamin and a herbal medicine called Ashwagandha, 300 mg bit twice a day. And another group which received psychotherapy and matched deep breathing exercise was there in both the groups, and placebo medicines. 75 participants were followed for 8 or more weeks on the trial, and final back anxiety inventory scores decreased by 56.5% in nature cure group and 30.5 in psychotherapy group. So both had decreased anxiety, but nature cure group had shown better results. Then second research was done on impact of naturopathy and yoga and dietary intervention adjuvant chemotherapy in the management of stage 2 and stage 3 adenocarcinoma of colon. 2 groups, one experimental group received naturopathy, yoga, dietary intervention and also standard chemotherapy that was there in both the groups in addition to standard chemotherapy, and control group received psychosocial counseling in addition to standard chemotherapy. Results showed that overall hemoglobin and carcinoembryonic antigen levels is statistically significant in patients on experimental arm, which where dietary yoga and naturopathy were given. Efficiency of naturopathy and yoga in bronchial asthma. The aim of the study was to test the efficacy of a 1-month inpatient naturopathy and yoga program for patients with asthma. Forced vital capacity, forced expiratory volume at the end of 1 second, maximum voluntary ventilation and peak expiratory flow rate were tested on 159 patients. Results showed significant increase in all the above parameters, means the vital capacity of the lungs were improved. So it is very good for COPD, asthma, and then role of naturopathy and yoga in management of hypertension. Another study, total of 104 subjects were there. They were already diagnosed with mild to moderate hypertension and on treatment with antihypertensive medicines. They were included in the study. The intervention consisted of various inpatient administration of different naturopathy treatments, maybe steam bath or other water baths, full bath, mud therapy maybe. Yoga therapy is low calorie and low sodium diet. That is for everyone. Low calorie and low sodium diet for 21 days. Antihypertensive medicines were withdrawn for some patients in 1 week based on response to the treatment. This was done in Institute of Naturopathy and Yoga Sciences, Jindal Nagar, Bangalore. This study where our CM is has been taking treatment since 4-5 years. So the outcome measures for values of diastolic and systolic blood pressure and body weight. Subjects were followed for a period of 1 year. After every 3 months, results after starting non-pharmacological approach of naturopathy and yoga. Systolic blood pressure came down from mean of 139.6 to 129.6, and it came down from 91.2 to 86.1 for diastolic blood pressure. At the same time, favorable effects were also seen in other variables like lipid profile and body weight. So lifestyle changes and yoga and naturopathy are very good for hypertension, diabetes, bronchial asthma. Then another study, there are 481 papers actually, I am quoting only 5. Change in oxidative stress of normotensive elderly subjects following lifestyle modification. This was done in Ghaziabad, Santosh Medical College. 74 healthy elderly subjects, 43 males and 31 females, 60 to 80 years of age were selected from Santosh Medical College, Ghaziabad, Uttar Pradesh, India, for 3 months lifestyle modification program, which included morning walk, Nadi Shodhan Pranayam, dietary restriction and increased intake of water. Blood pressure and oxidative stress markers like glutathione, superdioxide dimutase and malone dialdehyde were recorded twice, once at the baseline before starting the intervention and after 3 months of lifestyle modification. Results showed increase in GSH and SOD and decline in MDA level, showing that there are changes in oxidative stress of normotensive elderly subjects. So one more thing I wanted to say. 3 of the Nobel Prize winners who have got Nobel Prize in physiology and or medicine, actually especially in cancer management, one of them propagated the idea of taking raw vegetables and salads to cure cancer, and one of them stressed on exercise. Exercise increases the oxygenation in the cells, and cancer cells cannot survive in oxygenated environment because they need anaerobic respiration. So fasting, exercise, diet therapy and yoga for reducing mental stress are very important to be healthy. Thank you.
Additionally, in India we have that will be sufficient for the.
Yeah, they were inbuilt in our
Actually, sir, there are different types of fast. Weekly one fast you can do. If it is for therapy, we are giving 21 days fast also. And according to the disease condition, if patient is diabetic, we give short intermittent fast, 1 or 2 days, then again normal diet, then 1 or 2 days. So they should not go into hypoglycemia likewise. But they should be supervised in patient department. Because we make the changes in medicines, we taper out the drugs. They are taking. So likewise.
One question.
Yes,
He
ma'am.
wants to quit smoking. So what is the remedy for this?
Yoga is better.
But
Deep
he
breathing
does yoga
exercise.
for half an hour every day.
He is doing
Yes, already doing.
meditation also.
करना पड़ेगा.
घर में एक चैम्बर बना के बंद कर दो ताकि सिगरेट और माचिस को एसेस ही नहीं हो.
हाँ, विल पावर इज ऑल्सो रिक्वायर्ड कि आपको थोड़ा
वो
तो
वापस भी नहीं आता ना, विल पावर लाना ही नहीं चाहते उस चीज को. उसका क्या ट्रीटमेंट है?
नहीं, देखिए आप पॉजिटिव जो नहीं लेते हैं उनके साथ रहिए. अवॉइड योर कंपनी.
He lives with me, but parents.
नहीं, फ्रेंड्स होते हैं ना जो ऐसा लेते हैं.
वो तरीके जब हार्ट अटैक होने के बाद छूट जाती है या हार्ट अटैक से पहले अपना छोड़ दो.
देखिए एक मेडिटेशन और है, मैं भी फॉलो करती हूँ. मैं बता दूँ आपको, सहयोग मेडिटेशन है, नया 1970 से चालू हुआ है. बहुत सारे जैसे मेडिटेशन टेक्निक्स आती हैं, विपस्सना मेडिटेशन है, काफ़ी सारे आए हैं टाइम टू टाइम. ये भी एक 1970 में स्टार्ट हुआ है, सहज योगा मेडिटेशन. इट इज़ वेरी गुड.
He's gone for Vipassana also.
नहीं, ये बता रही है वो एक नया बता रही है.
एक नया बता रही हूँ मैं, सहज योग मेडिटेशन.
कौन सा है?
सर आपको वो वेबसाइट आप डालेंगे सहज योग,
सहज योग.
उसमें मिल जाएगा.
सहज योग
नया
सहज योग.
हाँ, एज द नेम सहज मीन्स इट इज इजी, कोई मतलब पाबंदी नहीं है कि आप नॉन वेज को छोड़ना पड़ेगा, ये छोड़ना पड़ेगा, वो अपने आप होगा जब बॉडी में चेंजेस आएंगे।
आपके चक्र सारे खोल देंगे, सातों चक्र।
So friends, with this we come to the end of the day, and last session to do the honors, I call upon Santosh Thakurji, who is a social worker and the government relations officer of the new shop, which is our sponsor of the day, and to give up the honors. Dr. Ashok Arya.
इधर देखो। दा। बीच में डाल दो।
So thank you very much. Here we have Dr. Sushil, Dr. Charak, Dr. Jyoti, and everybody who helped make this program a grand success. And I'm very happy that this World Holistic Health Day, Third Holistic Health Day, we have almost one or two speakers could not make it because of personal reasons, but it was an excellent talk and we were really enlightened and our knowledge about the all systems of medicine has increased. Thank you so much.